What is the difference between a 504 and an IEP? Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Sarah who always sat in the back of the class. Sarah never caused any problems. She would sit there and listen, sometimes stare into space, but never said a word. Now, in class, she was dead silent. The teachers always wrote about how she was so good at paying attention. Especially during reading, she would just stare at the book for hours. Sarah was also very, very popular. She was quiet in class, but when she was with her friends and she was comfortable, homegirl was crazy. But then something weird happened. Sarah got to middle school, 6th grade, and she couldn't turn in her assignments. She couldn't write anything down. Her parents were confused. She's always been good in school. Her teachers always loved her. She was popular. She had friends. What was going on? She got referred to a learning specialist. Hi, I'm Desmond Famprini. I'll be your learning specialist. Why did I make my voice like that? Anyway, I tested Sarah. Test results came back. You can't read at all. Sarah admits that she's never been good at reading. Her parents and teachers are flabbergasted. She's always looked at books. She's always paid attention. Then the learning specialist, me, asks the parents to do something crazy. Please ask your doctor to test Sarah for ADHD. Sarah seems bright and intelligent and is able to understand assignments as well as social interactions. But my guess is that when she is sitting in the back of the class, she's actually not paying attention. ADHD presents very differently in girls. She's likely just spacing out, and when she has a book in front of her, she's probably just in her own imagination. It also explains why she's so social around friends, but so quiet in class. Tests come back. Sarah is diagnosed with ADHD. And finally, the learning specialist, me, recommends a 504 accommodation. That's for a medical disability. Wait, ADHD? I thought that was a learning disability. Nope, 504, that is a medical diagnosis. See, Sarah isn't dyslexic. She doesn't have a reading learning disability. She doesn't have a math learning disability. She doesn't need speech therapy. She had issues paying attention. As soon as Sarah is either medicated or through executive functioning intervention with me, she'll actually be able to learn to read and do math very well and very quickly. She's just never been able to pay attention. She doesn't have a learning difference. She has a medical condition. Sarah's 504 accommodation is for her ADHD and allows medical accommodations, longer time on tests, and she gets a bathroom pass because, let me tell you, ADHD and bladder control, we struggle. Now, if Sarah was dyslexic or had a speech impediment or learning disability, the learning specialist, me, would recommend an IEP, Individualized Education Plan, and I would recommend adjusted curriculum. But Sarah doesn't need adjusted curriculum. She needs a medical diagnosis to learn to pay attention. Hence, an IEP is for a learning disability, while a 504 is for a medical disability. Thanks for listening to my story time, and I hope this helps. Also, Sarah is not real.